It was 1959, America was prosperous, and rock and roll was a new sound. And if you wanted to impress the cute little car hop at the Burger in the Basket drive-in, you made every effort to show up in the car that was creating all the excitement. The 1959 Pontiac Bonneville. It had a wide track stance, chrome in all the right places, and when you stepped on the gas pedal, whew, I tell you, you really got your heart started. Well, that tradition of performance and roto-build and excitement has never been lost at Pontiac. And I really don't think there's a car division that has a clearer idea of what the driving experience should be. To Pontiac, if you don't get just a little excited every time you buckle up and turn on the key, well, they're more than a little disappointed. And heck, a fleet car doesn't have to be a bare-bones gray box when you can often have a Pontiac at a comparable price. Whoever said a business car has to be dull? Because there's sure nothing dull about this all-new 1987 high-tech version of Bonneville excitement. In size and price, it's a perfect fleet car with a big plus in performance and style. Just take a look at that aerodynamic hood and grille, and you know right away Pontiac is making a statement. And what they're saying is, hey, we're not going to be like everybody else. Pontiac's not going to sit you down on a pillow and give you a soft, slushy ride. No sirree. Pontiac wants their Bonneville to be the touring car of full-size cars. That means front-wheel drive, four-wheel independent suspension that's Pontiac tuned for comfort, but with a precise, controlled feel of the road. A driver's car. Under the hood, the perfect engine for a touring sedan. GM's successful 3.8-liter V6 with sequential port fuel injection. Not only is this engine fuel efficient for your fleet, but it's got a lot of that heart-starting zip we talked about in those first Bonnevilles. The excitement's back in a 0 to 60 reading of 11.5. Full 4 seconds faster than the 86 Bonneville. That's moving out smart. Now, there's 3 versions of the new 87 Bonneville. There's the entry-level Bonneville, which gets you into this full-size car at a smart price. There's the sporty, high-performance Bonneville SE. That's kind of a specialty car of interest to enthusiasts. And right in the middle is this LE version of the Bonneville, which gives you some show-off rights at not much more money than the basic edition. Like this wide-body molding. Now, that really showcases the sleek, slippery lines of the 87 Bonneville. And another LE feature is standard. Power windows and door locks, tilted just right. Now, I'm almost 6'4". That fact's come in handy a few times in the past when I've been trying to look over the head of a defensive lineman, but it hasn't always helped me get comfortable in a car. This Bonneville fits me just fine, thank you. I think it's something the way GM has trimmed down the outside and left all this room inside. Looky here. Pontiac has always had a bit more fun with the instrument panel. I mean, I feel like I'm in Coal Man. Beam me up, Scotty. Here's a neat little dealie. Radio controls right in the steering wheel where they probably should have always been. It's Pontiac exclusive. You'd have a hard time talking me out of this option. By the way, air conditioning is standard in all Bonnevilles. Now, let's take a look at how the Bonneville looks moving away from you, which it'll be doing quite a lot. The tail lights just sort of wrap around and caress the sculptured lines. Smart. Now, here's a trunk big enough to hold a ton of sample cases, or the family luggage. Fact is, it's about the exact same size as the 86 Bonneville. Okay, add it all up. Front-wheel drive, Pontiac-tuned independent four-wheel suspension, 3.8-liter fuel-injected V6 power, 4-speed automatic transmission, full-size comfort, performance and handling. Air conditioning and tinted windows, of course, are standard. Now, you add it all up, and I think you're going to be a bit surprised at what it doesn't add up to. And I think you're going to be hard-pressed to find a better value in a fleet car than this little beauty right here. But hey, Bonneville's not the only excitement Pontiac's building. Just take a look.
While Bonneville is Pontiac's exciting new entry in the fleet market, Pontiac Grand Am continues its excitement as a strong fleet contender for 1987. Priced below similar models, Grand Am is uncompromising in style, ride, features, and performance. For 1987, the base Grand Am and upscale Grand Am LE shown here will again be available in four-door sedan models. The Grand Am SE Coupe and SE Sedan with special standard features for the performance enthusiasts will also be available for 1987. New features for 1987 include the clean, functional look of composite headlamps, standard on LE and SE models. New state-of-the-art analog instrument cluster with backlighting. And commensurate with a car so worthy of the road, a new console with integral armrest, standard on LE and SE models. The power plant on the Grand Am is the improved 487 2.5-liter fuel-injected engine with surprising takeoff and road performance at no sacrifice to fuel efficiency. Keep it lean or load it up. The Pontiac Grand Am will fit smartly into your fleet planning. If GM's front-wheel drive midsize car is the perfect expression of a fleet car, no one expresses it more stylishly than Pontiac, with their continuingly popular and priced right 6000. The changes in the 6000 for 1987 are subtle but smart. A new bright grille and composite headlamps only enhance the already crisp lines and aerodynamic stance of the 6000. A similar subtle treatment in the new tail lamps and bezels add a cleaner look to the rear end. The 6000 model lineup includes the base 2-door, 4-door, and wagon, the LE 4-door, the SE 4-door sedan and wagon, and the exciting driver's car, the 6000 STE 4-door. The LE Coupe has been excluded for 87, but is available as an interior trim option. And giving the 6000 line an additional punch in performance is the improved fuel-injected 2.5-liter four-cylinder and the fuel-injected 2.8-liter V6, both with significant increases in horsepower. Pontiac 6000, the GM success car, Pontiac style. Pontiac new for 87 and other models, the popular economical Sunbird stays competitive with a new 2.0-liter engine for improved performance. With a new 2.0-liter turbo engine with 5-speed transmission to be made available in mid-year. Fiero, the exclusive and ultimate expression of Pontiac excitement, receives a modified front and rear end treatment and a new optional Getrag 5-speed manual transmission with a V6 engine. The Firebird, T1000, Trans Am, the Safari Wagon, Grand Prix. Pontiac continues to offer fleet buyers solid value with a Pontiac touch of excitement.
Here's a brand new view of life as seen from the new F-85 Cutlass convertible by Oldsmobile. Designed for fun with bucket seats, ultra-high compression aluminum V8 engine at 185 horsepower. Drive this new F-85 Cutlass. There's something extra about owning an Olds.
That's the car that started it all, the 1962 Cutlass. It made car owners in Oldsmobile happy and competition crazy as it quickly became the best-selling nameplate in America. It was priced right, it performed well, it was any car you wanted it to be. 4-door, 2-door, family car, sporty car, luxury car. You built it the way you wanted. And as this 1987 Cutlass Sierra clearly shows, Oldsmobile never lost their touch in evolving the Cutlass. Now it's front-wheel drive. It has a new distinctive grille for 1987, but it's still unmistakably Cutlass, Oldsmobile, and classy. You know, while a lot of other nameplates talk about what they think their cars will do, Cutlass has a performance track record. And as fleet buyers, you probably like to talk numbers. Yeah, well, so does Oldsmobile, especially price in and price out. This is the basic Cutlass Sierra sedan, a very practical fleet car. And as you can see, the interior hasn't changed a great deal. Frankly, it hasn't had to. Oldsmobile appoints them smart with the first model year. The basic engine for the Cutlass Sierra is the 2.5-liter four-cylinder, which has gone through many refinements for 1987. You know, maybe refinements is too gentle a word in describing what GM has done for engine technology in 1987. Because in the case of this 2.5 liter, they've made them not only quieter and more reliable, they've added a full 18 horsepower to the engine, and it still gets 23 miles per gallon city and 33 miles per gallon highway. Pretty impressive. Also available are the 2.8 liter V6, and on Cutlass Sierra GT models, the 3.8 liter V6, which gets you from 0 to 60 in approximately 9.5 seconds. Okay, here's a Cutlass Sierra having some fun. It's Oldsmobile's exclusive Cutlass Sierra SL, and it does it all and does it smart. This distinctive roofline gives the Cutlass Sierra Coupe a classic look, which you can expect this car to become. The smart composite headlights with halogen headlamps and the stylish grille add a high-tech sports appearance, which suggests the kind of performance the optional 2.8 liter fuel-injected V6 power plant really delivers. Now this is what I call going in style. Split bench seats, a no-nonsense, handsome instrument panel, a turn signal that chimes if left on more than a half a mile. An Oldsmobile exclusive. And what's especially impressive to fleet buyers with sharp pencils, you add on the extra styling and luxury of the Cutlass Sierra SL Coupe without adding a whole lot to the sticker price. And keep in mind that this sporty body style is an exclusive to Oldsmobile through the 1987 model year. So when other people talk about building anew, Oldsmobile talks about tradition and track record in fleet sales, service, and performance. It's just one of the reasons Oldsmobile sells more cars per dealership than any domestic nameplate. And it's why Olds enjoyed a fleet sales record of over 200,000 units for the calendar year. Oldsmobile just has a knack for putting out the kind of cars people want to drive and sticker pricing them right. That continues to make a lot of sense to fleet buyers, and no car makes more sense than the mid-size front-wheel drive Cutlass Sierra. But it's not the only Oldsmobile news for 1987. Let's go shopping.
For 1987, the Oldsmobile Firenza retains much of the styling that has made it a solid fleet performer, but takes on a brand new sporty appearance in the base level for the young-minded driver. For the buyer desiring the more traditional, a bright decor package is standard on our up-level coupe and sedan models. The Firenza lineup includes the two-door coupe and the LC coupe, the Firenza S and GT hatchback, a base sedan, the upscale LX sedan, and two-seat cruiser wagon. Firenza suspension is almost entirely new, resulting in noticeably new and improved ride and handling. The basic Firenza engine is a 2.0-liter electronic fuel-injected engine with a whopping plus 21 horsepower over the 1.8-liter it replaces. Also optional, the 2.8-liter fuel-injected V6 on the high-performance Firenza GT. Built in Lansing and Oldsmobile to its heart, the Calais has established itself as a solid, sound fleet performer that happens to be fun to drive. Sleek, stylish composite headlamps become standard on all 1987 Calais models, along with a distinctively Oldsmobile redesigned horizontally styled grille. In back, a new amber and red taillight treatment with a European flare. The 1987 Calais lineup includes the base Calais Coupe and Sedan, and the Calais Supreme Coupe and Sedan. Also, the Calais can be ordered in the GT Coupe and all-new GT Sedan for performance-minded drivers. The Calais Coupe comes equipped with a new passive restraint system. You simply step in and you're buckled up. The Calais engine lineup is a carryover from last year's with a 2.5-liter and 5-speed manual transmission as standard. Like the Firenza, the Calais has had extensive improvements in suspension for even better ride and handling. The car that started it all is still running strong. The rear-wheel drive Cutlass Supreme. All Cutlass Supreme Coupe models feature composite headlamps, front-side marker lamps, and new grille treatment. The Supreme series consists of Cutlass Supreme and Cutlass Supreme Brougham coupes and sedans and Cutlass Salon Coupe. For full-size fleet cars, it's hard to imagine a better value than beautiful Delta 88. For 1987, the new international red and amber-colored taillights. In front, composite headlamps, side marker lamps, and new grille give a sporty touring car look to the coupes and a new refined elegance to the sedans. The interior of the base Delta 88s receive handsome new trim materials, and like the Calais, the Delta 88 Coupe receives new passive restraints at the start of the new model run. For 1987, the new base engine for the Delta 88 is the more powerful 3.8-liter fuel-injected V6 with a 0 to 60 reading of approximately 11 seconds. Delta 88. It's full-sized, it's front-wheel drive, it's an Oldsmobile, and it's sticker priced right for fleet. The model lineup for Old's luxurious 98 Regency includes the base Regency sedan, the Regency Brougham Coupe and sedan, and Grande. But the big 98 news is the inclusion of the touring sedan to be offered at mid-year. It is styled and engineered to compete with the best of the Europeans with many exclusive highlights. High-styled front-end treatment include a valance that functions as an air dam and holds clear fog lamps, unique to the touring sedan. Inside, the luxury of leather with perforated leather inserts. The power front seats are standard and include a power recliner, power side bolsters, power adjustable lumbar and thigh support, and power articulating headrest. The instrument panel features a sporty round analog cluster, and the touring sedan is the only 98 with full front console floor shifter and storage. Powered by the 3.8-liter sequential port fuel-injected V6, the touring sedan is Oldsmobile, making a new statement of American excellence. '87 Toronado and sporty Toronado Trofeo continue to be lauded by the automotive press as they set a standard of measurement for personal luxury sports coupes. And Oldsmobile continues their tradition of strong wagon sales with the Firenza, Sierra, and full-size custom cruiser wagons. New for 1987, a Cutlass Brougham wagon for buyers who want a new level of luxury in a mid-size wagon. Oldsmobile, the tradition of solid performance, both on the road and the ledger sheet, continues strong for 1987.
Hello, do you know me? I was on the biggest television event of 1986, yet I could walk anonymously into a restaurant and no one even has a clue. No, this is not a commercial for American Express, but I do have a pretty neat 1987 Buick to show you. It's the 1987... Oh, excuse me. I'm Matt Suey with the Chicago Bears. Remember, we won the Super Bowl. You know Walter Payton? Well, I'm the guy who gets the ball when everybody's actually positive Walter's going to get it. I'm not here to talk about me, and especially not Walter. We're talking Buick. Today's 1987 Buick. It's a division changing its image from the comfy car for the upper management to the division of advanced technology. No one's doing more with electronics than Buick. When it comes to customer satisfaction, something they measure very carefully at GM, Buick is a leader, which says something about the quality of Buick cars and their people. Not only does Buick have a new, deeper commitment to the fleet business, they got the organization in the cars that back it up. Cars like Buick Skylark, a car that's a combination of common sense and advanced technology. Buick really found the answer with this car. It combines the economy, the spirit, ease of parking and handling of a small car with the roadability and a ride of a larger car. And it does it without 1 ounce of compromise. I've driven it, and I'm impressed. Getting into a Skylark is like walking into a house that doesn't look that large from the outside. Then get in, and wow, where did all this space come from? This car has room. I mean, a refrigerator could fit in here. Now, this is a basic Skylark Custom, but there's nothing basic about the features Buick builds into it. An electronic digital instrument panel, also standard and new for 87. The smart integrated console, which includes radio, climate controls, shift lever, and ashtray. The radio uses state-of-the-art hybrid chip technology and is electronically tuned. Also, right below the radio, push-button climate control. Buick technology at work again. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you find in pricey luxury cars. And speaking of price, the Buick Skylark enters the new 1987 model year with a lower base price to make it even more competitive for fleet. And as you can see already, Buick didn't do it by stripping it down. They simply specified a new interior, made some standard items optional to match the fleet people's needs without reducing the value of the car. Halogen headlamps, front-wheel drive, four-door. Here, take a look. Now, I'm no kind of guy, and look, no problem. Now, the basic engine on a Skylark is a fuel-injected 2.5-liter four-cylinder. If you want more power, the 3.0-liter V6 with multi-port fuel injection can be ordered as an option. But I tell you, the way GM has improved this four-cylinder, it really scoots. And to me, it sounds as smooth as a V8. A new tail lamp treatment for 87. And look at this. Here's a trunk space that's really usable. Nothing small car about it. There's some new options like the cellular phone wiring harness. Okay, the Skylark is available in a not-so-basic Skylark Custom. The upscale version of the Skylark is a Skylark Limited. It's also a smart buy. You can order the Skylark in a high-performance T-Type package with road-hugging Level 3 suspension. The Buick Somerset is a coupe version of the Skylark, but it shares all the improvements. You can read about that in the media materials. But right now, I want you to see what else Buick has for their fleet customers in 87. And I want to thank you for admiring what I have and you don't. A Super Bowl ring. Sorry about that, Detroit. They're going to be mad.
Buick Skyhawk. The Buick statement that compact does not mean compromised. For 87, a new stylish front-end appearance featuring mini-quad tungsten halogen headlamps add to Skyhawk's sleek appearance. Features such as gas struts, adjustable headrests, and easy entry passenger seats on every Skyhawk are Buick expressions of value. The Skyhawk lineup includes the Skyhawk Custom in coupe and sedan and four-door wagon, the Skyhawk Sport hatchback, and the Skyhawk Limited coupe, sedan, and four-door wagon. Whether you want smart transportation or real performance, Skyhawk has an engine to suit every taste. The electronically fuel-injected 2.0-liter, the 2.0-liter overhead cam, and the exciting multi-port fuel-injected 2.0-liter turbo all have significant increases in horsepower without penalties on fuel efficiency. In terms of sticker price, performance, resale, and sheer class, the front-wheel drive Buick Century is a must consideration for any fleet. So successfully refined in 86, the 87 Century exterior is a carryover from the previous year, enhancing Century's retained value. The big Century news for 1987 is in the vastly improved engines. The 2.5-liter with electronic fuel injection and the 2.8-liter MFI V6. Both engines have significant horsepower increases, and in the case of the 2.8-liter, added fuel efficiency. Also offered is the spirited 3.8-liter SFI V6. The Centuries include the Century Custom 2-door, 4-door, and 4-door wagon, the Century Limited 2-door and 4-door, and the 4-door Century Estate wagon. The classic lines of Century continue as a Buick success story for fleet. Another Buick tradition continues in the Regal, where Buick still finds a strong market for this rear-wheel drive midsize car. In fact, the Regal T-Type with the optional 3.8-liter V6 turbo is a champion of Buick high-performance technology and has been called by Car and Driver the fastest production car in America. For the more sedate, the standard Regal engine is the 3.8-liter V6, and a 5.8-liter V8 is optional. The Regal is available in the base coupe, the Limited coupe, and sporty Grand National coupe. With Buick LeSabre for 1987, there's some extra good news for fleet buyers. Besides the 2- and 4-door LeSabre Custom and Limited, a new entry-level LeSabre coupe and sedan have been added. Now fleet buyers can have Buick Prestige in a full-size front-wheel drive car at a sticker price that makes sense. And the entry-level LeSabre is anything but plain Jane. Tinted windows, air conditioning, power rack and pinion steering, fuel-injected 3.8-liter V6 are all standard on the entry-level LeSabre. Also new for '87, composite headlamps and a new grille add to the truly aerodynamic look of a great road car. Add to this exclusive Buick features such as slide-in license plate, hinged rear lamps for easy bulb replacement, a passive restraint system, and LeSabre is truly a full-size fleet car worthy of the Buick name. Surely the most distinctive expression of the front-wheel GM luxury car is the Buick Electra and elegant Park Avenue. Buick says it exclusively with graceful aerodynamic lines, a keyless entry system, front hinged hood, a new front-end styling with tungsten halogen composite headlamps, and Buick advanced instrumentation. Through the use of roller lifters, the fuel-injected 3.8 V6, the only engine available, has been increased by 10 horsepower. Other product improvements are of refinement of performance for this, one of the most popular luxury cars in America. And finally, the ultimate expression of the science of Buick, Riviera, perhaps the most technologically sophisticated car in America. The driver can even confirm his radio adjustments through video displays. A car with as many as 10 onboard computers, and with an instrument panel that points the way to tomorrow. For '87, a hydraulic engine mount to make the Riviera ride even more superb. Buick, a new, deeper commitment to fleet, a continuing commitment to customer satisfaction through a tradition of quality on the leading edge of technology.
More than a car, it's been the fulfillment of the American dream. It is a personal statement of success, of demanding excellence. And as a symbol of American industry and engineering, it said to the world, this is it. This is our very best. This is Cadillac.
You know, when you think about it, the Cadillac name is so synonymous with leading quality, it's become a part of our language. I mean, they don't refer to me as Ahmad Rashad, the Lincoln of sports broadcasters, or the New Yorker of sports broadcasters. Nope, they refer to me as, well, I wish they would anyway. Now, back in 1959, Americans liked to express Cadillac leadership in terms of luxury, power, and sheer size. Sheet metal, chrome, and lots of it. Now, if you could afford a Cadillac, you certainly didn't worry about how many 30-cent gallons of gas it took to get that big beauty from here to downtown. In 1987, the Cadillac expression of leadership is still luxury, but it's luxury with finesse, elegant understatement, and the kind of technology a 1959 Cadillac never even dreamed of. This is the 1987 Cadillac Seville, and it just may be the quintessential expression of the modern Cadillac, how far it's come and where it's going. Within General Motors, there are just a few cars that are unlike any other in any division. Cadillac Seville is one of these. It's very special, one-of-a-kind personal car. Now, some Cadillac traditionalists might be saying, yeah, but it's a smaller car. It can't really perform like a Cadillac. Well, they're wrong. Just like colored televisions and computers, some things got better when they came down in size. In terms of ride, performance, roadability, technology, and luxury, this 1987 Seville is a better Cadillac, period. Now, I suppose I could tell you why the Seville is a better Cadillac, like the guys did for the other divisions. And I could enumerate all the standard features and options that make up this 1987 Seville. But that would take up just about our whole Cadillac portion of this fleet film, and we've got some other things to show you. And besides, the only way to truly appreciate this premier Cadillac is to take a drive. So come on, what do you say? Let's go for a ride. As we've already learned by now, coming down in size doesn't mean giving up interior space. Seville's no exception.
There's plenty of room. In fact, you have more of a feeling of control than sitting on the far side of a bench seat on those big models of a few years ago. Today, that feels strange. Okay, let's look at the appointments. The seats, genuine leather. And for $19.87, you can also get them with a cashmere insert. The console is inlaid with walnut. The instrument panel is all state-of-the-art electronics. The radio is digital AM/FM stereo with cassette and scanner, an optional Bose sound system for the ultimate in sound reproduction. The Driver Information Center standard with readout of outside temperature, fuel economy data, engine display data with digital tachometer, and more. Electronic climate control, power windows, even quieter for $87. Power door locks, 6-way power seat, left and right rear view mirror control. They also heat with the rear defogger. New for $1987, a rear powered door lock so you can step out, pick up your coat and briefcase, lock the whole car from the rear door. But come on, you're gonna drive. Now, people don't look for Cadillac to be a muscle car, but they like to know the power's there. Watch. A Seville has power. That's because this lean aerodynamic body is propelled by the exclusive digital fuel-injected HT4100 V8 engine. That's right, V8, and it's improved for 1987. And listen, we're doing 55. Cadillac quiet. Even more quiet for 87 with hydraulic engine mounts that keep engine noises in the engine compartment. Okay, we're coming to some rough road. Here's how it looks on the outside. Here's how it feels and sounds inside. That independent four-wheel suspension has been refined even further for 87. This ride is pure Cadillac. Now this is the standard Seville, which is the epitome of understatement when you consider Twilight Sentinel, cruise control, leather-wrapped steering wheel. Now there's also the Seville Elegante, but I hardly have time to tell you about that because I've already used up my time and I haven't really told you all about this car. But I can tell you this, I love driving this car. It's quiet, beautiful, and responsive. I love it so much I don't think I'm going to stop driving it just yet. Take a look at some other Cadillacs for 87. I'll be riding around for a while. See ya.
The Cadillac of fleet cars is unquestionably DeVille. Not only popular in fleet, it is one of the most successful Cadillacs ever. New for 1987, a restyled grille and composite headlamps add even more distinction to its sculptured, clean design. And DeVille presents an even bolder silhouette for 1987 with an additional 1.5 inches added to the rear tail lamps and quarter extensions. Also, a wider protective side molding adds flair as it protects. In engineering, 1987 is a year of fine-tuning a most roadworthy of Cadillacs. New suspension technology improves the ride while further eliminating noise and road vibrations. New leading trailing rear drum brakes refine the brake operation for better brake feel and less brake wear. The DeVille 6-passenger interior space versus the DeVille exterior dimension continue to surprise first-time DeVille drivers, and it is luxury accommodations inside. Also standard, electronic climate control, electronically tuned AM/FM stereo radio, fuel data center with digital fuel gauge, cruise control with new tap-up, tap-down feature, power windows, quieter for 1987, and illuminated power door locks, including new illuminated rear power door locks, one of those convenient, thoughtful Cadillac touches. Front-wheel drive, available anti-lock braking system, spirited digital fuel-injected V8 power. In terms of sticker price, performance, reliability, and prestige, DeVille continues as Cadillac's fleet contender for 1987. And for those desiring a luxury car that is truly distinctive, Cadillac will offer a limited edition 60 Special in the fall of 87. The 60 Special combines modern front-wheel drive technology with traditional Cadillac characteristics of size and luxury, with a 5 inches added to the present DeVille and Fleetwood body style. As you can see in this 86 prototype, most of the 5 inches has been added to the rear passenger compartment. The 60 Special will be contented with the luxury standard equipment above Fleetwood. To many Cadillac traditionalists, this is the Cadillac. The rear-wheel drive Cadillac Brougham, a classic that continues to find a strong market all across America. One reason, of course, is its imposing road profile. A full 121.5-inch wheelbase and 221-inch overall length. Yes, the large Cadillac still has a strong market. So strong, Cadillac will continue to offer Fleetwood Brougham at least through the 80s. Cimarron, the Cadillac of sports sedans. Loaded with standard features comparable cars only offer as options, Cimarron makes available for '87 a German-designed Getrag 5-speed manual transmission with the optional V6 engine for true sports performance. Cimarron, the sports sedan with Cadillac luxury and ride. Cadillac Eldorado, the utmost personal luxury car. Fleetwood d'Elegance, the luxury version of the popular DeVille. Cadillac, because somebody has to lead. Somebody has to be the Cadillac of cars.